So I have a question for you. Do you think Viktor Orban is pro-Russian? Because this is the major accusations from the Romanian press especially, and...
No. No, I don't think Viktor Orban is pro-Russian. I do think Viktor Orban is a very... is not such a skilled troll as he would like to think. I think he's playing a dangerous game. I understand his game, but I'm thinking that sometimes he goes a bit too far with it. Look at it from his perspective. You are Hungary. You don't have any natural reserves of any kind, energy-wise. And then everyone around you says, well, you know, Putin man bad, we're going to cut the gas. His argument has always been, okay, what about me? I'm not going to leave Hungarians freeze to death in their homes. That's just not an option. So if you want me to cut the cord with Russia, give me other options. And as long as other options were not offered to him, he continued to insist, no, I'm not going to cut the gas, so no, I'm going to keep on importing gas from Russia because I don't have other options. Suddenly, when options appeared, such as from the offshore drilling that's going on in the Black Sea in Romania, and some of it is now being transported through a pipeline to Hungary, it's like, okay, now I can cut some of the Russian gas because I'm getting a replacement for it. He signed a separate deal with Azerbaijan. When that will flow, he'll cut a bit more. So, you know, it's not like he's unwilling to play ball with this topic, but he's not willing to go at it unprepared.
So you're saying he's beholden to his people rather than ideologically possessed?
He is beholden to his people. The part that, and not just the Romanian press, most of the Romanian press is influenced by Germany, so there's that. And Western press is also completely ignorant about what's going on in Hungary. Just this year, I've been 7 or 8 times in Hungary, and I'm going again in November. And in January, I'll probably go again to one of their think tanks. So I'm very connected to what's happening in Hungary. Orban Viktor is indeed representative of the aspirations and desires of the majority of the Hungarian people. That's just reality. Whether we like it or not, whether we like what Orban stands for or not, it doesn't matter. He is indeed very representative for the desires and aspirations of the Hungarian nation. He is. For all the good that comes with that. In April, so already after the war has started, he ran on the message peace and security, as opposed to basically said, look, if you want peace and security, you're going to vote for me. Mm-hmm. If you want to join the war effort and the Western hysteria, vote for that guy. And he got 53% of the votes and 2/3 of the seats in the parliament. There's no, and it's not like he was disingenuous or no, the elections were absolutely fair. I was there when the elections happened. I went through the polling stations. I spoke with the members of the opposition. Nobody contests the results. It's clear that it is what it is. And he was very transparent with the messaging, and now he's doing mostly what he promised. Yeah, sure. He's also doing the deals that enable his corrupt clan to thrive. And yes, of course.
It's Eastern Europe.
It's Eastern Europe, and it's not just Eastern Europe. I mean, compared to Gerhard Schröder, Orban Viktor is a saint. So, I'm just saying, in terms of corruption.
You're implying that if Orban were to step down, retire in the near future, there would be someone similar to Orban taking his place?
Very likely, yes.
Like the Hungarian people would vote for someone similar rather than more of a left-leaning person that Germany would support?
Yes. I think so, yes. Probably Szijjártó Péter would take the current Minister of Foreign Affairs. Probably Szijjártó Péter would take his place. Yeah. And the reason that this is the case is because, and again, if we were to have such an option here, it would be the same thing. I mean, I suspect that eventually Romania will resemble Hungary in this regard. There will be a party for the masses, like Fidesz-KDNP is. Well, Fidesz is just in an alliance, by the way. There's also Christian Democrats. So Fidesz-KDNP coalition. Something like that is going to probably happen in Romania too. I just hope it will not be the Social Liberal Union. But something like that is going to happen here too. There will be a party for the masses that gets 57% of the votes, and
so you don't think the Social Democrats will manage to have as much power as they used to in the past?
I don't know. Maybe.
PSD, for example.
It depends on who's going to run the Social Democrats. The current leader, Marcel Ciolacu, is just not good enough to lead the party for the masses. That guy Sandu, Alexandru Afila, he could make a good populist leader, provided that he's willing to play that role. The former mayor of Bucharest could be a good populist leader, Gabriela Firea. So if they manage to...
From the left, do you think anyone...
From the Western left?
Yeah, the USR.
And I don't think USR will be in the next parliament, quite frankly, because they've lost so many lately. And this has happened with all of Eastern Europe has been through this phase now. Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, Poland, Slovakia, all of them have had at least one USR party over the last 6 years.
What do you think?
They all collapsed.
What do you think upset the voters the most? Like, what do you think people here in Eastern Europe got pissed?
The arrogance. Probably more than everything else, the arrogance. The idea that, look, we are educated and we know better than y'all, that pisses off people in Eastern Europe, especially considering that our countries, all of us, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, Poland, have a lot of rural voters. And, some rural communities in Eastern Europe are like 1,000 years old or more. And, you haven't even lived in this country most of your life. You barely speak the language. I mean, some of them speak Romanian in English, right? And you say, no, you have to change the whole way of the way your village works because, the cows fart and it's harmful for the environment, or all sorts of crap like that. Or like Cioloș went to some remote village in Argeș County in the mountainside and say, yeah, we're going to build here networks of roads for bicycles. And they're like, can we build a sewage system? Because that's probably more necessary.
An electrical grid.
They do have electrical grid, but that village didn't have a sewage system.
They had
yet.
a PV, yeah.
Yeah. So can we build something useful? No, okay, then we're not gonna vote for you. And the arrogance of these people is what pissed them off. Same thing in Bulgaria. The former their version of USR has managed to collapse the government. They had their Harvard-educated Prime Minister, Mr. Petkov, and the government collapsed. And in October, it's going to be the 5th snap election in less than 2 years. And in Romania, same thing. USR finally, eventually ended up being in government in January 2021. And by October 2021, there was the end of their party. And now they're still technically in parliament, but they have so few MPs left that they can't even challenge a bill to the Constitutional Court. They don't have enough signatures for that, and they don't have enough people to even run next time around. That's why I'm saying I don't think they'll be in the next parliament.
So you think more parties like the Italian lady, which is now running...
Fratelli d'Italia?
Yeah, by the time the video is going to be out, we'll know the results.
Yeah, we don't know the results. The elections are happening right now.
But... do you think more parties like that are going to be in Eastern Europe?
I think they should. I don't know if they will, but they should.
Well, what exactly is she campaigning for? Because maybe some subscribers don't know European politics. I know she's like far-right extremist, blah, blah, blah in the media.
Yeah, but the basics for which they call her far-right is because Fratelli d'Italia has some connections, very slim, and again we're talking things like 60 years ago, with the Italian social movement. And the Italian social movement was the first post-fascist party.
Fratelli d'Italia means Brotherhood of Italy?
Yeah, Brothers of Italy. Fratelli d'Italia, so the Frati Italy.
Yeah.
Right? The Brotherhood of Italy. And this FDL party has some connections, again very slim and over decades ago, with the Italian social movement, which was indeed a post-fascist party.
The descendant of Mussolini is in the Italian parliament.
Yes, she's from, I think, Alianza Nazionale.
There was an American actor who sparked out at her. A famous one, I forgot his name.
Yeah, Alessandra Mussolini is also a militant feminist, by the way.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, but the Americans' image of what a fascist is very different from what reality looks like. Yeah. Giorgia Meloni is not like Giorgia Simeon was in Romania. No? Giorgia Meloni started doing politics professionally in 1998. She's been working for 24 years for this moment. She was part of Berlusconi's party, then joined further to the right parties. She was vice leader of European Parliament group. She understands all of these mechanisms of policy making, of decision making. She's not an amateur. That's why the entirety of the European press is so scared of her.